Year 7 today, we're just going to continue a little bit on the work we did last lesson where we multiplied by powers of 10. We're going to go back to our decimals though and try and work out what is happening. What's the pattern that's happening when we multiply a decimal by a whole number, for example? The way we're going to do it is to actually say we can use a whole number multiplication to answer a related decimal multiplication. Let me show you what I mean. So if I take this first example that we have here, which is 1.7 times 12. Now, I can use an estimation to work this out. Roughly, 1.7 is almost 2. So if I look at it and I've got 2 times 12, I've got an estimate of what my answer might be. Who can tell me? What is 2 times 12 equal to? Yeah, it is 24. So, with 1.7 times 12, in the question I'm told, 17 times 12 is 204. 1.7 times 12 must be 204 somehow. And if I've already worked out 2 times 12 is 24, 1.7 times 12 must be close to 24. So to make this number close to 24, if I put a decimal point there, it becomes 20.4. That's now super close to 24. So 1.7 times 12 must be 20.4. If I look at 1b, for example, I've got 1.7 times 1.2. All right. Again, I can do roughly 2 times 1. What is 2 times 1? Thank you, 2. Yes, we find it so simple we make a joke of it, don't we? So my answer's got to be somewhere near 2. If I know 17 times 12 is 204, or 204 is going to be my answer, but I know it's going to be near 2, I put my decimal point, so it's 2.04. So we're just looking at the logic again. What about question 2? This time we've got 23 times 47. You're given it in the question. I don't expect you to know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that off the top of my head. But what I've got in my first question is 2.3 times 4.7. What I could actually work out to estimate is to say, well, 2.3 is close to 2, 4.7 is close to 5, so why don't I do 2 times 5? What is 2 times 5? 10. Thank you, good work. Pretty straightforward. So my answer's got to be somewhere near 10. The answer has to have the numbers, or the digits, 1, 0, 8, 1. The closest way to get near 10, 10.81. So that's my answer. Question B, similar sort of thing, we just keep doing the same. Although this one looks more complicated because it's 230 times 4.7. Now, if I'm going to round it off, I really want to do it easy. So I can actually just do 200 times 5. Who knows what 200 times 5 is? What's 200 times 5? 1,000. Well done. So my answer's got to be somewhere near 1,000. It's going to have the digits 1,081 or 1081. So my answer is actually 1,081. You might notice here we move the decimal point one place to the right, but we move the decimal point there one place to the left. The answer is 1,081, which is the same answer here. For part C, again, pretty straightforward, but this time it's 23 times 0.47. What's 0.47 close to? 50, or we hopefully understand that 0.5 is a half. So what's a half of 23? Half of 23 is about 11 and a half, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can use my fraction thinking if that makes sense for me. So if I've got 1081 and I want to get close to 11, which is actually pretty close to 10, again it's going to be 10.81. Notice the pattern of what is happening here in our answers, all right? We can use what we know to work out all of these different types of questions. But I want this to stick in your mind. I want you to see the pattern so that when we come to giving you some rules in a while, you'll actually know that it comes from a pattern that's been developed. So we need to get in there, do some more maths practice and make the most of these opportunities.